Let us cross into 500 series, SA 500 Audit Evidence. What is an audit evidence? What do you mean by sufficient and appropriate audit evidence? Important. Distinguish between internal and external sources of audit evidence. Important. Reliability of audit evidence is influenced by its source, nature and circumstance under which it's obtained. Comment. What are the procedures to obtain audit evidence? Discuss the principles in assessing reliability of audit evidence. Comments on reliability of external confirmation. Auditors should document matters to provide evidence that the audit was carried out in accordance with basic principle. Comment. An assistant of Exxon Company Chartered Accountant want to verify the cash in hand and investment of T Limited. The general manager of T Limited suggests to the assistant of Exxon Company that it was not necessary as his staff had done same only few days back and no discrepancies were found. He has to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Measures Honest Limited has entered into a transaction on 5th March 2014 near year end whereby it has agreed to pay rupees 5 lakh per month to Mr. Y as annual retainer fee for engineering consultation. No amount was actually paid, but 60 lakh is provided in books of account as on 31st March 2014. Your enquiries exceed a response that need-based consultations was obtained round the year, but there is no documentary evidence or other evidence of receipts of service. As an auditor of Measures Honest Limited, what will be your approach? 501 Audit Evidence Special Consideration. What are auditors' duty under SA 501 with respect to inventory? Responsibility for properly determining the quantity and value of inventory rests with management. Comment. PP Limited asked their internal auditor, practicing chartered accountant, to conduct physical verification of year-end inventory, and report of such verification was handed over to the statutory auditor for their use. Can statutory auditor rely on such work? Comment. The auditor of AAS Limited was unable to confirm the existence and valuation of imported goods lying with the transporter and accepted a certificate from management without obtaining other evidence. Comments. It is sufficient, more than enough. ABC Company files a lawsuit against Unlucky Company for rupees 5 crores. The attorney of Unlucky Company feels that the suit is without merit. So Unlucky Company merely disclosed the existence of lawsuits in notes accompanying its financial statement. As an auditor of Unlucky Company, how you will deal the situation? It is the significant area which has to be shown in the notes to the contingent liabilities and provision. SA 505 External confirmation. What do you mean by an external confirmation? What are the positive and negative way of confirmation? List few situations where the external confirmation were only used. What is an alternative audit procedure available in case of debtors and creditors confirmation? In case where auditor is not in a position to obtain confirmation from the client, the accountant of C Limited requests you not to send the balance confirmation to particular group of debtors since the said balance is under disputes and matter is pending with court. How could you deal with above situation? When audit team visited the client to perform the substantive audit of debtors, the client produced the ledger account of customers and confirmation for their top 10 debtors. One of the debtors was more than 5 years old, but it had confirmed its balance. Comments view. The age is 5 years, it has to be written off. Moon Limited replaced its statutory auditor for financial year 2014-15. During the course of audit, the new auditor found a credit item of 5 lakh. On enquiry, the company explained him that it is very old credit balance. The creditor had neither approached for payment nor he traceable. Under these circumstances, no confirmation of credit balance is available. Comment. Apply alternative audit procedure. If still it is not available, then leave it. SA 505 continue. During the audit of Star Limited, the auditor received some of the confirmation of balance of creditors outstanding in the balance sheet through external confirmation by negative confirmation request. In the list of sundry creditors, there are number of creditors of small balance except one outstanding rupees 50 lakh, of whom no confirmations on the credit balance were received. Apply alternative audit procedure. If not obtained, then try some other means. SA 510 Initial Audit Engagement. Write a notes on initial audit engagement. In an initial audit engagement, auditor will have to satisfy about sufficiency and appropriateness of audit evidence. Opening balance to ensure that they are free from misstatement which may materially affect the current financial statement. Lay down audit procedure you will follow in case when financial statements were audited for preceding previous year by another auditor. When financial statements were audited for first time, you are appointed as an auditor of PQR Limited. What will be your options in following case? You are not able to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence connected with opening balance. If the opening balance contains misstatement which materially affect the financial statement of current period, auditor of RAM Limited was charged for the accounting year 2014-15. However, there is no changes in the position of closing stock which remained rupees 400 lakh material. The auditor of the company proposed to exclude the closing stock of rupees 400 lakh from their own audit program on the understanding that it was pertains to the preceding period which was audited by another auditor. Comment. SA 520 Analytical Procedure. What is an analytical procedure? What are the purposes of analytical procedure? Write a notes on extent of reliance on analytical review procedure. Explain how the result of analytical procedure can influence the nature and extent of other audit work. What are the procedure adopted for valuation of inventory through analytical procedure? What are the factors that determine the extent of reliance that the auditor places on a result of analytical procedure? Explain with respect to SA 520 on analytical procedure. You are the auditor of Sports Limited for the first time for this year. Sports Limited are a retailer of sports goods and sportswear with more than 100 retail outlets in towns throughout India. You are required to explain the purpose of analytical procedure you would adopt at the planning stage of audit. To detail how you would use analytical procedure for substantively in testing of sales. In the audit of Galaxy Home Sale, is auditor want to use the analytical procedure as substantive audit procedure in respect of room rental, income as well as payroll. Guide him what are the method of substantive analytical procedure he will use. Room occupancy, vacancy. How you use the analytical procedure in debtors and loans in advance. SA 513 audit sampling. Bring out meaning and purpose of audit sampling. List 3 situations where auditor would unlikely to use audit sampling test checking technique. What is the tolerable misstatement? Very important. What are the sampling risk and its effects on error? What are the factors affect determination of sample size? An auditor, while analyzing the errors in sample, need not consider the qualitative aspects of error detected comments. What are the various methods of sample selection? Write a note on stratified sampling. Write a notes on sample random sampling. Distinguish between statistical and non-statistical sampling. Write a notes on statistical sampling in audit. SA 540 accounting estimate including fair value of accounting estimate. What are accounting estimate? Give few examples. Bring out the nature of accounting estimate. Outline the procedure under SA 540. While auditing Cell Limited, you observe certain material financial statement assertion have been based on estimate made by the management. As an auditor, how do you minimize the risk of material misstatement? What are the further audit procedure to confirm the reasonability of accounting estimate? SA 550. Define related party and arm's length transaction. The auditor should alert while inspecting the documents relating to the related party. Comment as an auditor how you will verify the existence of related party transaction. Write a notes on significant related party transactions outside the business. In the course of audit of Q Limited, its statutory auditor wants to be sure of the adequacy of related party disclosure. Kindly guide the auditor in identifying possible source of related party information. AAS Limited is procuring packing material from Measures XY Company, a partnership firm constituting Mr. X and Mr. Y. Mr. Y is the managing director of AAS Limited. The total value of purchase made from XY Company by AAS Limited during the financial year is rupees 38 lakh. What are the duties of statutory auditor in this regard? A husband and wife are controlling 34% of voting power of the XY Company Limited. They are having a separate partnership firm which supply mainly the raw material to the company. The management says that the above transaction need not be disclosed. State your views in this regard. Strong Limited holding 60% of equity shares in Weak Company Limited. Purchase of goods from Weak Limited during the financial year under audit. The managing director of Strong Limited is of opinion that it is normal business activity and there is no need to disclose the same in financial accounts of the company. Comment your views. A firm of father and son is receiving rupees 2 lakh towards the job work done for XYZ Limited during the year end 31st March. Total job work charge paid by XYZ Limited during the year are over 50 lakh. The father is managing director of the XYZ Limited having substantial holding. The managing director told to the company that since he is not involved in the activities of the firm and amount paid is insignificant, there is no need to disclose the transaction. He further contended that such payment made in the last year were not disclosed. Is managing director right in his approach? No. SA 560 subsequent event. Write a notes on the events occurring after balance sheet date. Indicate briefly the procedure to identify subsequent event requiring adjustment of or disclosure in financial statement. Explain the term subsequent event as explained under SA 560. Outline auditor's duty with regard to the subsequent events. A Limited not included in balance sheet as on 31st March 2014. A sum of rupees 1.5 crores being an amount in arrear of salary and wages payable to the staff for last 2 years as a result of successful negotiation which were going during the last 18 months and concluded on 31st April 2014. The auditor want to sign the said balance sheet and give the audit report as on 31st March 2014. Auditor comes to know the result of negotiation as on 15 May 2014. Comment. Sundry debtors of a company as on 31st March included rupees 10 lakh from unreliable traders who have been declared as an insolvent as on 14 April. Comment the auditor's duty in this regard. A Limited under audit for the year 31st March. An appeal filed by A Limited against demand of custom duty of rupees 25 crores are pending before the Supreme Court, for which neither provision was made nor disclosed in the notes to the financial statement. SA 570 going concern. What is the going concern assumption? Outline is significant. List indications upon which auditor should assess the appropriateness of going concern approach. Audit should evaluate management assessment as to the going concern command. Specify additional audit procedure to be performed by the auditor while evaluating the appropriateness of going concern assumption. A&M Company Chartered Accountant are auditors of XYZ Limited. The state government has announced a policy of banning the product manufactured by XYZ Limited. State the role of auditor. R&M Company is a statutory auditor of S Limited. For the financial year 31st March 2014, S Limited had disclosed in its notes to the accounts State Pollution Control Board had ordered closure of the company only manufacturing plant on the ground that it's environmentally damaging, which the company had challenged in a lawsuit. Pending the outcome of the law, the financial statements are prepared on going concern basis. Further, financial statement prepared by the management of S Limited includes financial statement of certain branch which are audited by other auditor. What are the responsibilities? So this is our discussion of 500 series. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.